Hi, Happy New Year to everyone, not everyone, but all the good people on the planet. Not the bad people, just the good people. Happy New Year 2023. Back to the part 2, installation of the torque tube. This is untouched torque tube kit. So I didn't open this. I bought 2 torque tube kits. I thought it's broken, but no, but that's the way how it's done in the first kit too. And this is a 915 teeth system, and that's how it's finished, right? See how it's nice and smooth, running nice and smooth. And you can tell here, that's the version with the aluminum tube. This is a carbon tube version. You can see the difference, right? So this is a carbon tube version. And I would like to start actually with this. I'll try to show you how I finished it nicely with this thing here. So that's the purpose of making it flat completely, and a little bit here nice. And I put this bearing here first, then actually we're gonna do like this, because one bearing is inside. That's the second kit, by the way. Anyway, yeah, first I'm gonna take this. At the end there is a notch here, small notch, so I'm gonna be using this end first, through here, through the middle point. That's about the middle, right? That's the second bearing. I'm gonna go through that second bearing, and then I'm gonna do this guy like this, and I'm gonna go to the second guy this, and I'm gonna make sure that they are really nice and tight with each other. Oh, see, I forgot. I need to put this bearing. Where's the bearing now? See, I thought I'm ready, but actually I'm not. Oh, it's here. I already put it. So, okay. Put the bearing first. I did it already, and bearing is here. That's good. And then a little bit, just push this rubber piece of fuel tubing and this one until they're completely flat with each other, right? And then you can tell they are really flat with each other. That's good. And now we're gonna check this original, and you can see they're straight here, and you can see they're very same at the end. See, it's very good. That's very promising, very good. And now we're gonna go through this bearing first. Like there is a bearing here, so one bearing there, second bearing in the middle, and see, just enough okay, I see what I did. That's good, but I just made a mistake. That bearing goes on this side. That's good. I'm just using the different thing here. Yeah, this all the way down. I wanted to show this. It still have enough place to hover in between, right? But it's gonna be held by this bearing here in place. So 1, 2, 3 bearings at the end, and it's working very good. See, I don't think it's gonna be any problems. That's all the way with all the problems, right? With the tube. It's fairly easy, fairly quick. That's the original, right? Now, this is the belted ribbon, see? It's very, very nice. Belted ribbon tube. Like on the original, there's a belted ribbon tube. It's belt moving. It's very nice. I keep this just because I want to know how it looks. Because this is the piece I'm starting with, and that's my third model, right? And that's a conversion from belt to torque tube. That was the original, like here, 15, and 2 days ago I put a little bit here, Loctite, the blue one, and left it 2 days, not 1 day 24 hours, but 2 days 48 hours. And now we're gonna do assemble it by doing it like this. Okay. You can match these holes there, right? And I'm just gonna be using the screws. Temporarily put it just in place. One. And the second one. Oh, it's here. And second one. I tried to find the best way I found is these 3 leads are going on the right side. That's the front, that's the back side. If you put it on the right side, then you have a nice match on the top to go to this hole here. And it's not pinching the cables and wires and nothing. So we're gonna just leave it like that so we can move it up and down when we need the final thing. And according to this plate here supposed to go here. See, that plate supposed to be here, but I don't think this model, right, needs it, because it already has the metal aluminum plate, and there is no way I can put it here. How I'm gonna put this bearing inside of this? So I don't think that I need that. That's the one thing. And they say you need to reverse the one-way bearing. So in original version you see the belt is up, and this version belt is down. So you need to flip it upside down and reverse the bearing and everything. And I think I tried how it works, and I think I'm gonna do it that way. Anyway, back to the torque tube. So I need to put this together, right? And it goes like this. These two are going here. So I need small Allen key. I need small Allen key which goes over there. And go here, right? Yeah. I look clumsy with this, but that's how it's supposed to be, like Come on, like this. Right. No, it's supposed to be like this. Yes. Over there. Okay, a little bit experimentation, and then you're gonna find out where does it go. Yeah, it goes like that. And then I need the other piece, which I don't have here. And another flange. Yeah, I have it here. This flange piece goes inside. I know that. So this one goes like this. Like this. Like that. This is something kind of wrong. This needs to go a little bit further. Yeah, closer. Anyway, so this first. Put this first. Good. That first, and then you go with this thing here. Like this. That's the whole idea, right? Yeah, that's on the right side, and shaft is on the left. And when you go, it goes really, really nice. That's with my clutch installed. So I'm gonna finish that later, but that's the idea, right? I'm gonna leave that for now. It's gonna take more time for me than I was thinking, and that's how the whole head assembly looks like. This goes up and down and changing the pitch, and that's the shaft, main shaft, and the bearing. So just gonna be putting it on the top, and that thing, yeah, I already explained that. So belt is up. If you use the belt portion, you put it down, or if you that's the belt portion, and you put that down, right? And check one more time. The motor is spinning this way, so it's spinning this way. Can continue to rotate that way, and goes this way. That's a one-way bearing. So away over there. This goes on the top, but before that, we're gonna take this thing, not that one, this one, and put it here. And why is that? Because that's original how it looks like. See, the main gear, and it goes like this, right? When you look, and now we want to put it upside down, so we're just gonna put it upside down, and instead of that small piece, we have this white, and if you want to use this, that's the same thing. You will have to put it like this. And best way to put it is put it like this, and then put it over there. And come from the bottom. And that's it. You wiggle it because it's a one-way bearing. The bearing is already here, and it's all the way down. So that's easy, right? You need to work on the mesh up and everything. But the problem is, you can see now, this thing can go up and down, and you want to push this thing. Where is that? Another one, smaller one. You don't want to flop it down all the way, so it's all the way down, and then you want to push it up, and then tighten this guy here underneath. So lift it up and tighten it, and go to other side and tighten the other side too. Yeah, tighten it, lift the other side and tighten the other side too. Now we know it's not hanging down, because that's what we want. We want this. If this the main plastic gear hangs down, it's gonna go here. If you can come here, closer here, it's gonna be at the edge, right? So that's why you want this to be on the top. You don't want that plastic gear to touch the bottom 9, just the top 15. And at the same time, we can work on this thing here. So put it here. Make the leather is on the left, and open this, I guess, first. You need to open this first to make it accept it. Push this one here all the way to here, and then you see the notch, and that's the time when we need to put actually yeah, we need to put this small brass spacer before we put it through here. Spacer goes in front, and then we need to put the crown. Right? How are we gonna put the crown? That's gonna be kind of hard. I'm gonna put it like this. You can record from the top. Right. So I'm gonna take this special help. I'm gonna hold it. It's gonna be tight. The idea is to put the crown on top of this, but at the same time choose the side which has the notch. You need to look for the notch, and this is really hard. This is harder than I was thinking it's gonna be. Right? Because you need to put that notch over there, and then you need to push it, but you make sure it's open enough, right? Right? You can record this, and then you need to put it like this and push it, and then you grab this small piece. I know I'm staying too much of this thing, just like this, and you make it tight, and that should be working. See, this is loose, this is loose, this is not loose. That's what we want, and of course we want the main gear touching just the upper top portion, 15 gear, and we want the crown to touch the bottom part, the 9 teeth section, right here, top portion. So that's why it's important this main gear to be on maximum top position, because if it falls down, it's gonna grind, it's not gonna be engaged nicely. And now we're gonna first mesh up with the main gear. So how you do that? People suggest that you put piece of paper and run it through. If it works with a piece of paper like this, oh, it should be walking this way. This is of course loose. This is too tight. But if you run a piece of paper through it, it's gonna be nice. What I like to do, I make it kind of tight, and then I just loosen it later. So I make it tight and grab this, tighten it, tighten on this side, and try it out. See, that's too tight. So that's no play. You have to have a little bit play. If you record from the top, then you're gonna see that's really bit tight. So what I do is just gonna try to wiggle it a little bit back. So maybe go here, loosen, and just wiggle a little bit left. Yeah, that's a little bit lighter now. And then tighten it again, and see again. Yeah, see, now you have a little bit more wiggle. So it works this way, and it's spinning. This is still not done, but we don't worry about that. We just worry about the main mash on the top. Looks good. It's not binding. It's working nice. See, it's tight, but it's not too hard to spin it. And the motor is spinning it this way. So, and now we're gonna work on the tube itself. So obviously that doesn't work because it's not touching. Now we need to just push it here, and just in order to that crown has to be touching to just the bottom 9 teeth. So same thing, put it over there, make it nice, and tighten this thing here. This thing here. A little bit tight. Let's see. It works. Oh. So it's not tight enough. Yeah, it's not tight enough. Well, I will have to go like this and tighten it more. Now it's good. Yeah. And now it's a little bit even more tighter because obvious reason it's touching on the main gear and touching on the crown. This 15-9 arrangement on the top. If you look, you can see how it works. And here you can see how it works. And that's how it's done. I think it's okay. And this works too, here. That's tight. And it works. Voila! That's all what you need. And it's spinning. Everything is in place. Now you can do small things like very, very small thing here. You can see there's a bearing underneath. That's good. And you can just tighten this thing here. Wow, it's so small. Good. And do the other side too. Tighten the other side. And at the end, you just need to put this thing here, over there, right? Put it here. And then tighten it through this hole here. like this. And once again, you can just retighten the motor. Tighten the motor. Retighten this tube, tail tube. And that's it. That's my dream. Can you go here, right? And then I realized something, right? Now we can show the difference. If you put it like together, you see how this main gear is lower because of the belt. And this main gear is higher because it's upside down because of the crown. Crown has to grab underneath 9 and this main gear has to grab 15. And this is really perfect because it's not hanging down and it's not gonna go down. It's secure. Everything is working nice. And look at this now. That's very, very nice. So it works. Smooth. No noise. Look at that. And in auto rotation, it works. But what I realized, in auto rotation, it works main and the belt. Main and belt and the tail are working, right? But with this thing, that's the negative stuff. It's gonna be working only main blade, not the tail blade, because tail blade is connected to the motor. So motor needs to be running in order to have, of course, main and the tail rotor engaged. But in auto rotation, only this is gonna be engaged. So I don't know how it works. But it works really nice. I didn't even put any oil here, but it works very, very good. And that's it. Everything else is like gyro setup here, which I have the, of course, other pieces, electronic pieces and stuff. But that's the main difference between these two guys, right? You can tell. And that's what I want. I have 3 guys like this. And then I decided to. One is built and is flying, very nice. But this is just the first conversion. I have another tube to do. It's gonna be much nicer to work on another tube now when I have this tube. Plus, I made this torque tube clutch. It should be saving me if I ever touch the ground, the tail gear with the ground. And that's it. If you want to see how that flies, is it noisier or whatever compared to the belt version, I'm gonna be posting that when I complete assembly of this. But for now, I just love how it works. And if you can come closer, how it works, I like it, right? How it engages and everything is tight. The main reason is because I had that thing when I was a kid, and this is a toy. We all play with toys and everything. But main reason is because the real helicopters, they all rely on the torque tube, all of them. None of them rely on a on the belts, other than this Schweitzer 300 is having 8 belts, but that's the engine running the main rotor, but not the tail. The tail is very important. I was trying to find the tail and put the tail so we can see how it spins like this one. But that's not going to be necessary because we're going to be doing next time in fact. But I think it looks really, really nice. Especially because this motor is spinning this way and it's not so hard if it's okay like this. So it's going to be even better if just motor is running. And if I put more oil, a little bit of oil to it, it's gonna be fine. Yeah, the torque tail tube is the main thing in the big helicopters, and I wanted to have something like a real original helicopter. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful happy new year. And as always, my video is a little bit longer, but I just wanted to show whole procedure of changing the tail belt into the torque tube belt. And you know what, I couldn't find it anywhere on the planet because this is old system, but I'm nostalgic to old stuff, and I have enough material now. I know how to do it for sure. Everything works good. This is really no noise. Actually, noise is here. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Bye bye. Thank you, my wife, for recording me. Bye bye.